12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment, a righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Mary! Oh, no! Mary! Hold on! Please, hold on! Oh, God. Oh, no. Mary! Mary! No. It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain! These patrols are after me. No, don't shoot! This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here. This can't be happening.
Over there!
No, please, stop! I mean you no harm. What's going on? Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
Has it fled? Shit, where'd it go?
Now, I can defend myself.
Tricky bastards. Kill the thing!
Who are you? Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice. Who are you?
Stupid beast! I'll take its head!
Sorry. No, please, stop! Who are you?
Filthy piece of shit!
What do you want? I mean you no harm. I need help.
Die, you fucking leech!
Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this.
Shut up, beast!
Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's name?
I'll do the rest of the job.
Just leave me. The sun. It feels like it's burning me to the bone. I need to find somewhere to hide. Let me go! I need to find shelter. It's locked, all right. Is anybody there? What is this place? The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
Brother, what have you done?
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
That's impossible.
I had better remain here until nightfall.
Dreams for the Red Queen that sleeps under crown stone, that she might linger longer, her eyes as white as wool.
Who goes there?
A prayer summoned by warrior song. A child born from darkness must accept of his power.
Who's there? Are you referring to me?
No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No! There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing. No, it never got easy. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it. So be it. Rational thinking only. This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is, as mad as the moon, who tames blinding sunlight into a glowing reflection.
Voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Where is it? It's closed.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Here's the leech. Here! My head's spinning.
Oi! Come out, you coward!
It's locked.
Clever fucking beasts!
I'm still in Southwark.
Over there!
I must reach the West
There's one
End.
of them vermin!
Go back home.
Die, vermin!
There's a strength I never knew I had.
them fancy clothes! It's hunting time! The leeches!
This shouldn't be possible. Every sinew, every fiber of my being is on fire. I feel like a child learning the limits of my body. My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human anymore. My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us. This is despicable. The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it. It's locked, all right. What will London have to say to me? I cannot enter. I've so many questions unanswered. Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum? The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant. Fresh blood. The smell is so strong. Where has everyone gone? At last, a little life.
I hope I
Welcome,
live
sir,
long
to the
enough to see them
Turquoise
wet
Turk.
boot boys get what's coming to them.
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business. You hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
Not long ago, this sort of mess would have
I
given
think I'm losing my mind. I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area,
They do not pursue me.
but they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you?
I mean you no harm.
Saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word. Anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you. And who might you be?
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here, too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We are both chasing the same shadow.
Perhaps. This is all new to me. I'm not even certain what I'm looking for.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something. Good evening, sir.
Wow, you look like you...
Yes.
Been there, seen that.
Has anybody...
Can't say. Sorry.
This is important, sir.
I don't know and I don't care.
What's going...
You must be new here.
Who is this sewer?
It's the local bogeyman.
I'll leave...
Evening, sir.
I have a few questions. What's going on?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic.
The murders.
Bodies found in the streets every morning.
The sewer dog. What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around.
What have you heard?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah.
Are the authorities...
Nothing. There are so many quarantines.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking
The
for.
truth.
I suspect that someone else was here tonight.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay?
I can feel your fear, madam.
It's Will. William Bishop.
What happened?
He was dead drunk, as usual.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass.
Tell me about this, William.
Will was a sailor who worked at the canning factory.
Why keep it a secret?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear.
I see.
There's gotta be some...
Hello, sir.
And you're...
What's go... You make... I'll leave...
Jack. He didn't deserve this.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city. The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. What's this? These men. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. This corpse has been dried of it. Blood and empty gin bottles. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal.
Over there!
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again. It's locked, all right.
All the more reason to shut it, Mr. Billy. If the man says a bloodsucker's dug in here, you've but one job, and that's to find it. And find it fast.
Fair enough, Tom. But why do they hide where it's so damn cold?
There's safer places to be.
It's locked.
Stupid! That's this nest of them cleaned out. Lively! It's on to us! Over there!
I cannot enter. Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy. This place reeks of bloodshed.
Just to see, but I promise you won't.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
William, please, stop. Let me go. It's not too late. William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by Skal?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed this drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me. This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood. Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... what manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that Skal. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed. A surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again, from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, The Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy,
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
It's locked.
We'll have a word in my office later, Jonathan.
Come on, you bot. You can do better than that. Nah. It's my turn.
Rotten or crusty, each heart contains the seed of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly.
All right, sorry. I am.
Yes. That's a very nasty.
Name's Clay Cook.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
From Lord,
no more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Whoa, I feel giddy.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir.
Did he really? It's a good...
All members of staff have already read about your new
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
How are things here? An invisible enemy.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting.
Do you think this hospital...
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but...
I'm not familiar with all this...
Brilliant professionals, most of them.
Most of them. Is there a problem?
It would be inappropriate for me.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please...
No. I may disagree with some conduct.
Is there...
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett's. He should be a standard for us all here.
Why should his...
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the...
Goodbye, nurse. Cool.
Hurry, Doctor, it's freezing here. Doctor, where have you been?
I found a wounded man by the dock.
Already making the rounds. That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him...
Thank you, nurse.
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet...
Thank you.
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask if... And Mr. Hampton, the
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
What kind of...
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought...
It's right to assume...
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me.
Apologies, I've only just met him.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon.
If you could point...
Second floor of the hospital.
Thank you, Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
How is the situation?
You want to hear the situation is all right?
Are you really smuggling?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know.
But you're not defending yourself.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital?
I've been an ambulance driver since...
It sounds like things...
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing in.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital. That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful.
Since you're on the front line, how is the...
It's a complete disaster.
I'd like to...
Wise choice, Dr. Reed.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doc.
Goodbye now. Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed.
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal.
I beg your pardon.
What are you begging for, mortal?
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that?
Well, Dr. Reed.
And why do you...
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I...
Please, describe...
I can hear my body crumble.
I see.
Never? Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and pet.
I'm assuming you must be a patient.
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever...
Who are these...
I cannot say for sure.
The staff here are not your...
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white.
I see. Don't worry.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for...
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal?
I'm curious to know who you were before...
No, it was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of
I'll leave you. Good evening, Mr. Hampton.
Dr. Reed, is it?
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory.
You remained perfectly nice.
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief.
How did you end up...
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior.
Why did...
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood.
You dared to enter this awful place alone?
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
What is the general situation in the East End docks? Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife, Edwina.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this...
Do you know Tom Watt?
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton?
I manage a night asylum for the poor.
Are you a priest?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop?
That's a very strange question, Doctor.
Have you made friends?
Not really. But I reckon...
You never came to...
You're preaching to the...
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton?
I feel exhausted.
You're in good hands here.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. It's locked, all right.
A giant morgue disguised as a hospital. That's Pembroke nowadays.
Not now.
I cannot enter. It's locked. This must be the place. It's definitely away from... Prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin. The flower's dying. It needs water. William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now. If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Come on, I don't have all night.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have...
A crisis?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted.
Sorry, there's nothing here.
Some of the patients won't last the night without them. Honestly, sir, I'm beside myself.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse. It's locked.
My blood and soul.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody. I cannot enter. Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza. Balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful. This key will surely grant me access to the basement. It's locked, all right. These skeletons feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
It's locked, all right.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman. Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened. A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful. Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked. Tippett has made... scowls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting. Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage. I cannot enter. Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work.
What made you...
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me.
It's always a pleasure to share...
This epidemic may be the century's most...
I based my technique on my...
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first...
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may...
You're not the first one to warn me.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your...
You seem quite optimistic.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test.
Questions remain about our capacity.
True.
Do you need help with it?
Well, yes, maybe.
Do you want me to play the...
Oh, no, Dr. Reed. But if you...
I see. Well, give me the address. Tell me more about your willingness to...
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe...
What is it you really want?
Fair question. I want nothing...
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior, a man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some
Tell me, Mr. Fiddick.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Goodbye. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help?
Короче, все дрочил, она ошибку писала, в итоге, короче, чек у меня вылез. Вроде заработало, хуй знает, там посмотрим.
I don't know if a third opinion is needed.
I see.
I'm Harvey Fiddick.
Tell me about it.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get...
I was more curious about what you...
I'm a carpenter. And a good one, too.
Are you satisfied?
Well, it's clear that
I won't lie to you.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed?
In other circumstances, you would be right. Tell me about the doctors.
Strickland and Aykroyd.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with Wright.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot...
You can't hold yourself responsible.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But
Tell me more about
1915.
What happened? I'm sorry for your loss.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer.
How are your children?
They were smaller then.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick.
Yes, Doctor?
Good evening, sir.
Please.
It's the law.
Why then do you always...
At the Pembroke, we're always...
Your dedication to the Pembroke does you...
We staff get our sleep when we can, Doctor.
Lack of sleep and the medical profession.
London's trenches start here at Pembroke Hospital.
Exactly.
It really depends. Dr.
That's all.
As for me...
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help?
No.
Really?
I don't want to talk,
I suppose that this pain is the reason.
Yes.
Could you at least tell me your...
Mortimer.
How painful?
So painful, I'd rather...
I'll let you...
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening.
And good evening.
Goodbye. Good evening.
And good
Goodbye. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr.
Reed? Yes, I've been in...
Does my arrival in...
Let us just say that I don't particularly share...
If you have a problem with me, Doctor...
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on...
I know we've never met before.
Oh, but I have heard about you.
There is no need for such...
That is one point we could agree on.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than...
Let's just say I'm tired.
Carelessness.
We're here to save lives.
I don't intend to run any radical experiment.
Modern medical methods were created through
Tell me, Waverley, what do you...
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery.
Why do you...
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick...
I really hope you're right about this, Doctor.
I'm not the kind of man who runs away.
And are you not afraid?
Rivalry?
I don't know what you've heard about me.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but you're...
And what exactly?
I served in the war, just like you.
Be careful what you insist.
I only want you to admit you used...
This is ridiculous.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you.
It seems you have...
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter.
We can at least agree on something. Thank you. Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate. Good evening, sir.
So it is true.
Do we know?
Actually, yes. We met
Dr. Tippett. Yes, I remember.
He was also very confident about your future.
What is the Pembroke Hospital?
This hospital is not exactly the best.
It's more than enough.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about?
Some are really good, and
tell me more.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a...
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with doctors.
Ah, yes, the burden of command.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's...
You're exhausting yourself, Corporal.
No. We must keep on healing.
Nurse Brannigan...
She should not have told you.
You don't have to blame her.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear.
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about...
He was my patient.
What was the name?
It was a twofold.
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from...
Why not stop...
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
It's safer here than anywhere else in the East End.
Surely I can endure another night.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer of that captain fellow.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Why does Dr. Tippett...
If it wasn't for him...
Dr. Tippett does not think...
If you're suggesting...
Tell me what Dr. Tippett...
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not...
You can't allow your emotions to dictate...
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really...
I can't say I approve of what you...
I'm not proud of what I've done, but to...
I've decided that I won't...
I'm so glad you share my point of view.
I hope you're right.
Dr. Tippett must regain his
Goodbye, nurse. Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan...
Well, it's...
How would...
It's serious.
Nurse Hawkins.
I wish I could believe you.
You must...
Sorry.
How long?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic...
You'd be surprised what...
Sorry, Doctor.
How is...
Well, not well. Milton the
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about...
Why does Milton dislike...
I don't know. Just ask him.
Goodbye. It's locked, all right.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor.
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor.
Duty calls. When the storm has...
Many thanks, Doctor.
Good evening, madam.
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mort...
What can you tell me about...
Not much to say.
May I...
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more...
Are you really that rich?
Yes, thanks to my husband.
What do you think of your...
I have had the uttermost reservations...
Is there something in particular that's bothering you? Tell me more about your arrival.
The ambulance driver was quite rude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the...
I share your concern, Miss...
I don't expect compensation.
She charged...
Yes, and I pay...
Goodbye, Miss...
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
This hospital seems to be falling apart. But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Good evening, Miss...
I'm okay.
Do you need any help? You are not a burden.
And you have my...
I have to go.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Nurse.
Good evening.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. I cannot enter.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital. Brand new life? How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
There is an absurd poetry to my situation.
нахуй фото, если эти долбоебы, блядь, сука, даже не поменяли ей адрес, блядь. Она сначала заказала туда, блядь, на Василия Ощепкова. Я ей позвонил, куда едем, а в Вероуте стоит Нижняя Красносельская, блядь, Дим, я охуею с этого долбоебизма. Пошли они нахуй, какие фотки? Там, блядь, адрес указан неверно вообще, блядь.
Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
Там отказ. Я тебе сейчас пришлю все. Вот ты сам поймешь сейчас, что к чему. Давай, сейчас тебе пришлю.
Spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my...
В маршрутном листе стоит вот этот адрес. Василия Ощепкова, дом 2.
I call him. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather delicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss it.
В ебаной программе в этот Вероут стоит вот этот адрес. Позвонил клиент утром, я говорю, какой у вас адрес? Она мне говорит, Нижняя Красносельская. Я говорю, а как так Нижняя Красносельская, если у меня в маршрутном листе стоит Василия Ощепкова. По Василию Ощепкову никого
Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Теперь ты понял, что а потому что это эмоции, ты понимаешь? Я вот реально, я не
Good evening, Mr. Cobb.
Dr. Reed.
And why?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more...
Have you heard of any...
blackmail.
Do you ever think...
The wound he gave me will make sure
that man was
What a surprise.
What did he want?
I recently had to kill his brother.
Only the strongest of...
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reed.
How is your hospital?
This is a shitty...
What's...
That bastard you sent to bring me here.
I see.
The nurses aren't too ugly.
What's wrong?
Come on, Dr. Reed.
But you're alive, thanks to the...
What are you expecting, a medal?
How long do you think...
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc.
The police may be slow.
Well, how come you didn't turn me in then?
You're lucky to be alive.
This place is...
Consider yourself lucky that I'm...
Don't play the innocent with me.
How...
I know
the police...
Well,
I'll leave.
When I get back, I'll have a word with Tom. He really pissed me off this time.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a vamp... The lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Apologies. You've taken...
The pleasure is mine.
I hope you're more disposed.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to...
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the...
Who would be so foolish?
Even if it were the case,
If we're dealing...
as immortal tradition doth dictate, all...
Please continue.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame.
I'll take care of it.
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drop.
I'll meet that woman.
My life, as other... Is our little miss...
I think of...
my sister...
Good evening, Nurse.
Good evening.
Have you heard rumors of anything underhand?
No, Doc.
Goodbye. Good evening,
Doctor.
Have you?
I have.
What is the...
This hot stone.
Goodbye. Good evening, nurse.
Good evening.
Are going to reveal all.
Have you...
I don't have to.
Are you certain?
If you have something in mind, just speak.
Blackmail?
Everything is serious around.
Goodbye.
Spare your obedient slave.